This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big GTV, streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's time for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, working hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the Primetime Sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS and Big G TV.
Everybody, and welcome to Oakland High School, Ray Hughes Stadium. That is the site tonight of a huge matchup as we hear the band coming in on the track area from Oakland. It's Oakland and Riverdale tonight as we bring you State Farm Prep Sports. Brian Barrett joined by Rod Edwards, joined a bit later on by Bill Hockenberry, who had some work duties this evening. You know, when you got little kids and Halloween's the next day, Rod, you probably are going to have a trunk or treat or something.
That is true, and it's kind of hard to believe it's here already, especially since it just turned fall this week.
I know. Finally got some great weather for that. It's kind of cool. Let you know that it's that time of the year, and we're going to be talking a little bit playoffs here in just a few minutes. But got a great matchup. This is the 60th meeting between Oakland and Riverdale. This is the oldest rivalry in Rutherford County. And Rod, it doesn't matter. This game always has a surprise or two. Always.
It does, and there's just so much excitement. I mean, it builds up. You actually look back to the past. History is important, and it's easy to really get overexcited. Which team can handle this kind of pressure is going to be a key.
Well, we're going to take a quick timeout here, and when we come back, we will have a look at all of your county roundups tonight. We've got a lot of games tonight, just about everybody, except a couple. We'll talk about them too, and we've got two games this week, this being a Thursday, so a lot to talk about as we continue the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard heating and air products, Fans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Fans will be there with trained technicians. Fans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Fans Heating and Air.
Friday night high school football starts and ends with Friday Night Thunder, the region's most complete high school football show. Real-time score updates, exclusive coach interviews, and full region breakdowns from across southern Middle Tennessee and the state. I'm Court Steer. Join me right here on WGNS every Friday night for Friday Night Thunder. Pre-game show starts at 6, post-game until 11. More than complete coverage of every team, every Friday.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Hi Murfreesboro, this is Amanda from Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street. This is the time of year where we have lots of amazing adoptable cats and kittens. So if there is a furry feline companion in your future, come in and see us. We are so proud to be Murfreesboro's pet destination for 35 years. Animal City, we have lots of amazing adoptable cats and kittens. Animal City, 919 Northwest Broad Street. Family owned and operated.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back at Oakland for the countdown to the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Time for the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup for you now. At Rick's Barbecue, they'll find fresh, never frozen meats. You will. They find them, and then you get to purchase them. Slow smoke the traditional way over real hickory wood on custom-built pits that give you some unbelievable flavor. Tender pork, juicy chicken, mouth-watering beef, every bite crafted with care at Rick's Barbecue. Don't miss their other crowd pleasers, slaw dogs, loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, they're ready to satisfy your whole crew out on Warrior Drive just off South Church Street. We've got Riverdale and Oakland tonight. Battle of the Boroughs, 60th edition coming up for you. But we've got some other games going on tonight on the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. This is a big game, I think, tonight. Rockvale at 4-5, 3-3 in the region, take on 8-1, 5-1 Blackman. And Rod, as we take a look at the playoff picture, Blackman, if there is a scenario that if Rockvale still has a glimmer of hope, I think. And
there depends on the glimmer of hope.
Yes, and also it could really shake up 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Oakland, Riverdale, Blackman in some form or fashion. That game and this game is going to determine what happens.
Yes, along with the Smyrna and Stewart's Creek. So we got 3 games really going to decide where we're going to set up at the end of the night for the playoffs, or 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds.
Well, Blackman last week had all they wanted from Siegel, who is not going to make the playoffs. But that just shows you the strength of this district. You got to be ready for anything.
Right.
That one was one that maybe you never know, but a lot of times that awakens a sleeping giant.
Yeah, it does, and that makes it a little bit harder for Rockvale. If that had been an easy game, they might have been set up more for upset. But then Rockvale has been coming along. They did lose last week. Had one of those big key plays. They were on about the 2-yard line, about ready to go in to tie the game, and then they had a bad snap and a scoop and score for Riverdale that just all of a sudden it was 21-7. So they are a team that can compete with Blackman, but we do expect Blackman probably to finish out in that game with the win. But this game can decide some things, along with, like we mentioned, we'll talk about Stewart's Creek and Smyrna game coming up also.
Well, Blackman, they will be number 2 with a win or an Oakland win over Riverdale. So that's what we know. Rockvale, they've got to win, and they've got to rely on either Stewart's Creek to beat Smyrna to get the 4th seed, or I think there's something that could happen here with this game that would even if it's a Riverdale victory, there's one scenario where Oakland would finish 2nd. And
if Blackman loses, Blackman loses and Riverdale wins?
Yeah, I can tell you right here because I've got it. It's in my pile of things for in just a minute here. But it is Rockvale win and a Riverdale win. Riverdale is number 1. Oakland is 2, Blackman is 3, and Rockvale is 4. So there are 3 scenarios where Rockvale gets in as number 4, and there are 2 scenarios where Smyrna gets in as number 4. in none of those can Oakland not finish number one if Smyrna gets in. And of the 5 scenarios, Oakland's number one in all of those. And frankly, the more likely scenarios, or the teams that are favored the most, it's Smyrna with a win gets in.
Right. And then Blackman with a win, they'll stick with their number 2. And if, of course, we expect Oakland to win for as being a favorite coming in, they're number 2 in the state, or number 1 in the state in their division. And if you take all the teams, the private schools and all, they're rated number 2 behind Baylor, which is one of those schools that is a boarding school.
Yeah. I mean, an Oakland win, it just has Oakland wins on the bottom of this. Oakland, Blackman, then Riverdale, and Rockvale. But there's another part of that scenario that's cut off there. And so it's kind of confusing maybe as you listen to it. But you mentioned the Laverne-Siegel game. That still has a bit of a bearing on some of this too. Because if Laverne wins along with Blackman, Riverdale, and Smyrna still gets in, and
Rockvale's out.
Rockvale's out.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's Oakland, Blackman, and Riverdale know that they're in some way, somehow, and then it's that 4th seed that's kind of up for grabs. So a lot to play for in the Mayor's Cup, which is in Smyrna. Both teams at 4-5. Stewart's Creek is 1-5 in district play or region play. Smyrna's 2-4. They would end up with the same, and it would go head-to-head in that one if Stewart's Creek were to fall, or Stewart's Creek were to beat Smyrna. It's a rival game just like this one, Rod. You never know.
Right, that is true. And last year, Stewart's Creek won their first game against Smyrna, and so they want to try to make it number 2. So they're going to, no matter what the record is, they're going to really give it everything they've got. They're not going to be intimidated by Smyrna. So it should be an exciting time at the Creek tonight.
In that game, Stewart's Creek.
I said Smyrna tonight.
Yeah, it's at Smyrna. But a win over Smyrna could spoil Smyrna's postseason hopes, and of course that's kind of what Stewart's Creek's playing for right now. Smyrna last week had a pretty impressive win, 42-0 over Laverne, and they've been trying to put some pieces together. They've shaken up their lineup several times. Some out of necessity with personnel being unavailable and whatnot, or injuries. But they seem to really put a lot of things together, especially defensively. So yes. I think they're going to be tough at home.
Yeah, they're led by one of the premier defensive players in our area, Jerry Martin. He had 11 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble in the game, and he's just a force. And that's going to make it hard for the running game to work.
Gordon had over 140 yards and a couple of touchdowns as well for Smyrna last week. So that's one that we'll be keeping a very close eye on tonight from the Dog Pound and Robert L. Rake Stadium. The last game to chat about here real quick is Laverne at Siegel. And, both of these teams are not in playoff contention. However, it is on the line for Laverne, trying to get their first win of the season and break, at least a 2-year drought of getting into the win column. Siegel with a chance to finish the season 4-6. And when you can win that last game, you can kind of build on things sometimes.
That's right. And especially for Laverne. I mean, talk about putting a big brick on your shoulders, getting it off of it, and just kind of get you enthused for the next season. That would really come up to roost. Siegel really had played some great games. They upset Cookville early, and then had quite a battle with Blackman last week. We'd seen them the week before, and they really struggled offensively, but man, that offense came alive last week. Drew Hostetler had a 90-yard kickoff return. Quentin Carson had 1 TD passing and 2 rushing, so they got real good play out of their quarterback. And then Hostetler is one of their top athletes, both offensively and defensively.
Well, that is our first part of the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup, but we're going to continue our conversation here, maybe a little more about playoffs. We've got the Battle of the Borough to talk about here, as well as the primetime sports coverage of the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, continues in just a second.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Rutherford County, this is Lakin with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Just like our student athletes work hard on the field and court, I work hard for you, making home loans simple, smooth, and stress-free. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or building your dream home, I'll guide you every step of the way. I'm proud to cheer on our hometown teams, and I'd be honored to cheer you on as you reach your home goals. Call me, Lakin at First Mortgage. Let's get you home.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NLMS 401715.
Sir Pizza. Murfreesboro's favorite pizza is now hiring at all 3 local locations. That's right. We want you to join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
As attic insulation, I can just lie around.
Yeah, and you save homeowners up to 30% on their heating bills. Still, you need some exercise.
But I'm saving them hundreds of dollars.
2 words, jumping jacks.
No way, bud. I need some rest. Could you fluff my pillow?
Call Roscoe Brown Heating and Air to get your home's insulation in shape.
Oh, and pass the Cheetos.
RoscoeBrown.com. Give us a call.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com. This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Now our national anthem. The Oakland High School Band with our national anthem here this evening. We're back for the county roundup as we finish up. Just a quick word about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we plan to be over at Middle Tennessee Christian School. MTCS and PCA will meet for the first time in this rivalry, Rod, with region championship on the line. So it's a lot to play for there.
Right, and I'm kind of excited about it because we've done Middle Tennessee Christian School the last couple of years. First time to do PCA. I'm interested to see what their uniforms look like. I always like to see different uniforms from different schools.
Right. Well, MTCS had a bye week. They only had an 8-game schedule this year because of some cancellations and things, but you're going to see a lot of ground game with Ali Bangura and Shai Murphy, and PCA comes in averaging 42 points a game in their last 4 games, which they have won. So that's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. So they've got everything rolling. They had good defense, but Peter Dedman has 100. Last week he had 12 carries for 157 yards, 3 TDs. Sean Burkhofer is kind of the power back. He's the linebacker leading the team in tackles, but he had 14 carries for 68 yards and a TD. So that's kind of the speed along with the kind of smashing running game. So it should be an exciting game.
Also tomorrow night, it's Eagleville as they travel to Fayetteville, and Eagleville still has number 1 seed to play for here. They'd have to have a Richland loss, but if they win, they could finish in the top 2 and host a game, so they know that's very important. They don't want to drop a game going into the playoffs and then have to go on the road.
No, you do not at all, because it's a tough region that they face. Especially whoever gets up in 4th. McKenzie, who's won a couple state titles in the last few years, is looming in that region. So it's a big game for them, but they have a chance. And, Coach Walker, anything can happen. It seems like the later in the season they go, the better the Eagles are playing.
Very true. So that is our county roundup. More about this game that's coming up here tonight in just a second as we kind of jump in to our last segment here. They've done things in a little different order this evening, but I can tell you we've got 51 degrees as we get our check on the weather. It's absolutely gorgeous night for football here this evening. 51 degrees, going to continue to fall. Finally got to some fall weather, didn't we, Ray Miller?
A perfect night for football. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures around 54 degrees at kickoff and dropping down into the upper 40s by the end of the game. The wind will be just a little bit breezy right at kickoff out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour, but diminishing very quickly down to less than 5 miles an hour by halftime. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966. Delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Thank you, Ray. And again, 51 degrees here at Ray Hughes Stadium and Oakland High School.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates.
The 60th meeting between Oakland and Riverdale. First of all, for the homestanding Oakland Patriots, they go with a 2-quarterback system here. Freshman Cam Morton, 42 of 69, 585 yards passing this year, 6 TDs, 61% on passing this season. Really good at that. And, of course, Dante Cameron, he is 25 of 29 passing for 449 yards, but also has 239 yards with his legs. So he gives you that threat. In the backfield, you're not going to see some kid with, 700-800 yards because they've got a ton of kids with 200 or 300, which makes a big difference. Craig Tutt, of course, going to get the ball a lot. He is actually the number 2 running back on the team because number 1 is Dante Cameron with 439 yards. He has 393. That's just because they haven't, to use a Danny Brewer term, let the horse out of the starting gate yet.
No, he's just waiting for that game where they really need him.
We'll see what that may be tonight. Who knows? Kamani Bass with 295 yards. You're going to see Will Millsap, a senior. Senior Justice Haggard has 11 touchdowns on the year on his 300 yards, so good production from him. Dante Short will see the ball as well. Joel Wyatt in the wideout position and on defense. Joel is the number 1 wide receiver for Oakland statistically, along with Giovanni Malone. Kamani Bass and Mikael Brown going to see some yards as well. Your kicker, Jose Hernandez, 3 of 4 field goals this year, and 36 was his longest. 54 kickoffs on the year, 12 of those have been touchbacks. Matthew Moore averaging 36 yards per punt. Oakland does have Tutt with a punt return for a TD and Wyatt with a punt return for a touchdown. Actually, Tutt has had 3, including one last week, and a kickoff return for Giovanni Malone. For Oakland defensively, your defensive leaders, Trayvon Jackson, Cullen Williams, Joel Wyatt, Chevy Armour, Nehemiah Wade, Justice Haggard, and many others there. For Riverdale on the offensive side, it's going to start with their quarterback, junior Gavin Hampton. He's 130 of 222 passing for 2,039 yards with 24 TDs and 8 interceptions, 58% on his pass completion rate. In the backfield, you'll see Jacob Vaughn and Chris Peters, but wideouts. Gordon Reynolds, the senior, has 728 yards receiving on 37 catches this year, 12 TDs. Freshman Luke Tritch, 51 catches for 564 yards, and 100 or 200 yards for Braylon Burns, Riley Talley, and Jacob Vaughn. Kicker, they've got a good one in Miles Weaver, the senior. He is perfect on PATs, 9 of 12 on field goals this year. His makes have been in the 20 to 30-yard range. He's missed from 38 and 46, and is also your punter, averaging 38 yards per punt. Defensively for the Riverdale Warriors, Fuquay, Emmons, Woods, Thompson, Reams, Lyra, Malden, and Underwood, your top tacklers on the season. They've got some block kicks, quarterback hits everywhere. They're going to be tough defensively as well. And that's a look at your players to watch here. Will Kreisky, the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, and it's Kevin Creasy, the head coach of the Oakland Patriots. And there you go. That is a look here at your players to watch. Fans Heating and Air, winners trophies, as well as JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Both teams ready to get onto the field. So why don't we talk about some keys to this one tonight?
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall. Auto, home, business, and life insurance with a trusted agent, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance.
Well, Rod, thoughts on this game? What equals an Oakland victory? What equals a Riverdale victory tonight?
Okay, well, let's go with Riverdale, the visiting team. Riverdale, number one, their defense has to slow down the Patriots' attack, which is multiple. As you mentioned several running backs involved. They always hit you after a few runs. They can hit you with a big pass when you're not least expecting it. So outstanding defense. Riverdale has Emmons and Fuqua are two of the really premier players, have been for the last couple of years. So they've just got to shut them down. The other thing they've got to do is they've got to be able to spread the ball around, protect the quarterback, no sacks, and then you got to get a little bit of running game in to balance out their attack. Now for Oakland, they got to keep it balanced, combination of their running. And the thing is, they do a lot of throw teams off balance with their running game because they do multiple formations, multiple ways of attacking, inside counters, power eye, whatever it takes. It seems like they come up with, and then they seem to execute it really well. And throwing in a few passes can burn you. They have to do that well, keep it balanced. But then defensively, they've got to shut down the multiple air attack by Riverdale. I mean, it is threatening because you got three really good receivers, and Hampton has really been on target this year. So both teams have got a heavy workload for them tonight.
Well, that's going to wrap up our countdown to the game. When we return, we'll get some final thoughts. Bill Hockenberry will join us here, and we'll get this one underway from Ray Hughes Stadium and Oakland High School. Stay with us. It's State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Big G TV.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-900-0877.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, and we want to thank you for 40 great years of good food and fun.
At Toots, we still have the same specials, the same quality, the same portion sizes, even after 40 years.
And we have the best kids menu in town.
And our family would like to thank this community for supporting Toots for 40 years.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
It's It's State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
In a Rutherford County Classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back.
Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on WGNS Radio, WGNSSports.com, and our Big G TV video channels.
Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball.
Eagleville has done it. State champions 4 years in a row.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championship.
The Oakland Patriots, 8-time state champions. The gold ball headed back to Patriot Drive.
Multi-year Tennessee Association of Broadcasters award winners Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, along with the Primetime Sports team, are standing by to bring you the game, which starts right now.
Back here at Oakland High School, I'm Ryan Barrett. Rod Edwards has joined me on the pregame show. Rod's going to be back with us during the halftime show this evening. And postgame, of course, got all the defensive stats, doing the spotting. And Bill Hockenberry back for another round, a couple of games this week, and for the extended vacationing John Dinkins, I guess we can say. But you had a fun night at what was tonight's special event at Mitchell Nielsen?
We had a little trunk or treat tonight. We had about 2,000 kids or so that came through. It was a great night for Mitchell Nielsen.
Well, nice. It's always good to have opportunities for those youngsters, and thanks for breaking speed laws and whatever you had to do to get here.
Principal Adam Bryson and his administrative staff, they do a great job with that event.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Well,
and there's a lot of kids, a lot of parents and kids getting in the car coming over here to this game.
I bet.
So, got their candy before the game.
Bring your candy in. This Battle of the Borough, we have seen many of those. Both you and I are products of Rutherford County schools, and both went to the same high school, but I don't want to say which one because I'll get accused of being a favorite or something here. But everybody always gets up for this one for sure.
Well, there's nothing like this game. I mean, it's the oldest rivalry in the county, Oakland Riverdale game. That's really, as a student, that's what you look forward to every year. It's even more special being the last game of the season. It's starting to be cool. Oakland's got a chance to have an undefeated regular season on the line. Riverdale's wants to do nothing more than just knock them off and send both teams into the region play on a high note.
Well, Oakland has won 15 of the last 16 matchups in this series, but Riverdale leads it 33-26. Riverdale's last victory was in 2023 when they beat Oakland here on this field 25-24 to win the region championship, and then Oakland in the ensuing game beat them in the quarterfinals 56-0. So they woke up a sleeping giant, if there was such a thing.
And that's in the minds of both of these squads tonight. That game a couple of years ago, and Riverdale thinks they can come over here and get a win. And if you're Oakland, they're trying to make sure that does not happen this time.
Well, last year's playoff game, which Oakland won 49-46, is the most combined points, 95, in the series. Oakland had the largest shutout. I just mentioned it, 56-0, back in 2023. And Oakland's win streak is 12, or was 12 from 2013 to 2022. Riverdale had a 9-0 win streak in the Gary Rankin era, 2001 to 2007. So this is very, very interesting matchup, of course, and being the oldest one in the county. Riverdale won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So it will be the Riverdale Warriors kicking off here to Oakland. And Miles Weaver getting ready to do that. He is averaging 53 yards per kickoff on the season. Deep back for the Patriots is Craig Tutt. I mentioned earlier he had 3 punt returns for a touchdown. 2 of those in one game last week versus Stewart's Creek. Giovanni Malone is back there with him as well. He's had a kickoff return for a touchdown, so they're very dangerous, of course, back there. Your uniform combination, Riverdale in the white tops and the gold pants with cardinal numbers, gold hats with the spear on the helmet. Oakland Patriots in the home navy uniforms with white numbers navy pants. Love this combination. Can see the numbers very well. The Oakland white hats tonight with the Football Patriot logo on the helmet.
Really good crowd right here, Brian, for obviously this is always a big game in the city, and Thursday night this time, and still really good crowd out here tonight.
Well, you got to see more of the crowd than we generally do coming in here. I'm sure there were still people trying to file in.
The line to get in was still pretty long when I came in tonight.
Some people will never learn their lesson on that, right?
Some of them are probably still getting their candy. That's what they were doing, Brian.
Well, I guess so. You can't come to this matchup late because of parking and where you have to park, and the walk from the parking lot can be long unless you have someone drop you off, which I don't know if anybody that would do that. But.
No, but there were parking at the baseball field, so that tells you how far people are going to have to walk tonight.
Yeah, that is kind of the primary fan parking here, and I can see across the way. I don't think you can get another person in the stands on the Riverdale visiting side. Home side here is full as well, and there are people along the fence and just everywhere here tonight for this rivalry game. We talked a little bit in the pregame show, Bill, about the playoff implications and who can happen with this and that, and there's still a lot of things up for grabs. The only things we know, Oakland, Riverdale, and Blackman, in some order, will be in the playoffs, along with Smyrna or Rockvale.
Yeah, and if you're these two teams, you just focus on your job tonight. And, both these teams just need to win and let the chips fall where they may, and be ready to roll into the playoffs next week.
Well, I think we are ready to rock and roll here. This game is part of the Great American Rivalry Series as well, and it has been that designation probably more times than not since the United States Navy has been doing that, which is a cool thing. And Rod, remind me, was it the Joel Wyatt in the pregame? Was it
right.
Navy?
Navy.
So that's a Navy game that they all-star game that they do, I think.
They sponsor.
And he has been invited to participate in that, and that is a national game. So that is
prestigious.
Pretty cool thing.
Yeah, got a game jersey.
Yeah, they presented him with a game jersey. Looks like he's going to be 26 whenever he plays that, if that's the actual number. But 14 tonight where he counts, and we're about ready to go. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. Going to be fielded at the 5 for Oakland. It's Giovanni Malone, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh! He is going to take it all the way to the house. Giovanni Malone on the opening kickoff. 96 yards.
What a start to the Battle of the Borough.
Electric. And the Oakland Patriots strike first here with the Toots touchdown. I didn't give you the kickoff time yet. Toots Good Food and Fun, ribs all weekend long. And don't forget, Friday's a big day with that shrimp basket, fish basket, all at Toots. Jay Mullins Jewelry. Kickoff time was 7:08. I can't just slip that in. And the kick is up, and it is good. The Patriots draw first blood on the opening kickoff. 7-0. Oakland Patriots lead. State Farm Prep Sports.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. This is Andy Jakes with Wilson Bank and Trust. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward.
Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there.
Whether you're a growing business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too.
Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Thank you, Alex Williams. And we're ready for the kickoff. No, not the kickoff to the game, but it's Oakland kicking off to Riverdale here. And fielded, bobbled, dropped, picked up though. And running out of there with it is Zayden Jones. And Jones going to be taken down inside the 15 and around the 13-yard line. And not only did Oakland score big, now they've got their ears pinned back on defense here. Riverdale kind of on their heels early in this one.
Couldn't have asked for a better start for Oakland. Riverdale, you got to try to get it out here and at least get a couple first downs to flip the field a little bit and the momentum. We were only 22 seconds into the game, and you're already in danger zone.
It's Hampton with 5 wide, 3 to the near side, 2 to the left. Looks. Going to pass here near side to Talley, and Talley's going to be ripped down immediately by the Oakland Patriots, and that is Kyrie Gaynor. Number 11, Gaynor with 10 total tackles on the season. And Gaynor has been only played in 5 games, but I know last year he was a huge part of their championship run, and good to see him healthy getting the first tackle of the game.
Sure-handed tackle right there. Really got nothing after he caught the ball. Good throw right there for Hampton. Sets up a 2nd and 8 right here.
3 wide to the far side, and it's going to be a run. And coming this way is Jacob Vaughn, and he's going to be crushed at about the 10. Make that 20. So a pickup of 4 yards. And it's a 3rd down.
Well,
Haggard and
you
Sanders.
feel like this is almost, you need this first down if you're Riverdale right here, to at least to give your defense and your team to settle down right here and not have to punt from about your own end zone.
Haggard and Sanders for Oakland teaming up on the last tackle. 3rd down and 4 facing the Riverdale Warriors here. One in the backfield, I think that's Vaughn with Hampton. Hampton's back to pass, looks right. Passes this way to Vaughn from the backfield. He's going to get to the 25-yard line, and that is going to be enough to move the chain, and a first down for the Warriors.
Really good job by Hampton checking down to Vaughn, and Vaughn making a good move to make sure he got that first down yardage.
Want to make sure to mention J. Mullins Jewelry, family-owned since 1938, treating clients like family at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts on West Northfield Boulevard. Personalized service, custom design, jewelry repair, stunning selection at J. Mullins Jewelry. And it's almost November, guys. You know what that means. Christmas is around the corner. 1st and 10. It's a run play for Vaughn. And going to dive forward to the 30-yard line. Picks up 4.
Tut.
And
Haggard.
Haggard brings him down. Haggard on the season, 29 total tackles, 1 for loss, 2 interceptions, and a pass breakup, as well as a forced fumble and a block kick. 2nd down for Hampton. He's passed for over 2,000 yards this year. Fakes the handoff. It's a pass over to Tritch, the freshman left side. Tritch is not going to get the first down, but he gets about half of the 7 there. Tritch, the 6'3", 178-pound freshman with 51 catches for 564 yards this year.
He's a real impressive freshman, Tritch.
6 TDs for him as well. Earl brings him down. It'll bring up a 3rd down here, 2nd one of this series, which started inside the 10, around the 10. Little delay here in terms of getting the play called. A trip set close to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a run for Vaughn left side, and Vaughn is going to get that extra effort. And Haggard had him, but just a lunge forward is going to get him the first down, I think, unless his knee was down.
I think they gave him a spot behind the line to gain.
Did.
Now, from our angle, it looked like he got it, but they're marking him short.
The knee may have been down, or obviously was, or they wouldn't have called this, and that's going to bring Weaver in to punt for the Warriors, I think.
That was a good effort right there for Vaughn. We thought he had it, but
they're going.
They may go for it here. They're showing they are, or they're going to try to draw Oakland off sides 1. No, they're going to go for it. Can they stuff him? It's Hampton.
Got it.
Who is going to get the first down by about a yard. So it's a first bank first down with the old quarterback sneak.
Boy, that's a statement right there for Riverdale, Brian, early in this game. Going for it on that 4th and 1. That's gutsy right there in your own territory, already down 7. Big pickup right there for the Warriors.
Williams and Gaynor.
Williams and Gaynor on the tackle. 1st and 10. Ball at the -36 for the Warriors. And Vaughn running off left tackle at the hashes to the 40 for a 4-yard gain.
Boy, Vaughn's really running hard tonight, Brian.
Trayvon Jackson.
Jackson making the tackle there. Keeping an eye on a lot of games tonight, which include Rockville and Blackman. Of course, our game here, Siegel and Laverne this evening. Hampton is going to pass on 2nd down and finds one of his favorite receivers, Zayden Jones, the senior, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a 7-yard gain gives them a first bank first down.
Really good job from Hampton right there to find Jones.
Haggard.
Really good routes and another first down for the Warriors, the 3rd of this drive.
Haggard with the tackle for Oakland. Oakland scored on one play on the punt. Their offense hasn't been on the field, and it's 7-0. Special team score. Now Riverdale trying to answer that on a long series. Nice pass over to Corden Reynolds, and Reynolds breaks the tackle and now is down at the plus 35 now. And a long pass and catch, which goes 18 yards and another first down for the Warriors.
Gaynor.
Well, really good job for Hampton staying in there, delivering that ball to Reynolds right on time, and got a couple of yards out to the catch for another 4th first down of this drive for the Warriors.
Riverdale looking impressive going up against an Oakland defense that has not allowed a touchdown in 20 consecutive quarters and only 37 points this season. Opponents are only averaging 4.2 points per game. And they've only given up 14 points in region play, and those have been, one of those was against Blackman, I believe. And now Hampton is in a world of trouble and brought down. Give the sack to Cullen Williams. It's his 3rd sack of the season. He's now got, or 3.5 on the season, if you will.
Probably a smart decision right there from Hampton, Brian. They really didn't have anything down the field. Oakland was all over him, and just take the sack and live to play the next down.
Lost 5 yards on the play, back to the 40. 7-0 Oakland if you're just joining, and now Oakland's going to be offsides here. And Kyrie Gaynor a little too excited about the rush.
That was a good job by Riverdale right there, changing up their cadence. Oakland was trying to jump it right there and make a big play and got a free 5.
And that really wipes off the harm of the sack to make it 2nd and just a touch over 10. Need to get the ball to the 26 for a first down. Snap back, Hampton looks, goes far side, and a great catch over down there on the sidelines. And a huge gain after, and that is Riley Talley, who has 203 yards on the season, and that time picks up about 22 to put Riverdale here in the John Day Legal red zone.
Gaynor.
Well, really good job again by Hampton, hanging in there and throwing a perfect ball to Talley for another first down.
Kyrie Gaynor got back there to make the tackle there on the sideline, but it is 1st and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line of Oakland. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the left, going toward the corner of the end zone to Tritch. He goes up in the air, and he is pulling in the touchdown. Tritch with his 7th touchdown of the season, and that is a strike of 15 yards. Nice answer by the Warriors.
What a drive by Riverdale.
tell what kind of game we're in for tonight. Toots touchdown for the Riverdale Warriors. And again, a nice answer. Don't forget, every Tuesday, Burger Day. Chicken fingers on Wednesday, ribs all weekend. You can't ask for better. Toots, a 40-year tradition here in Rutherford County. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Your score, 7-7 with 4:36 to play. First quarter, Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and doing it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
America's Thrift Stores is now open at the corner of Middle Tennessee and MLK Jr. Boulevard. Whether you're thrifting for a one-of-a-kind statement piece, name brand jeans, or just browsing for the thrill of the find, America's Thrift offers unbeatable value with prices up to 70% off retail. Don't miss the deals, don't miss the fun. Come celebrate the grand opening of America's Thrift Stores in Murfreesboro. Visit americasthrift.com/Murfreesboro for all the details.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you in part by Animal City, Music World and Drummers Den. Our friends at America's Home Place, along with Mills Family Pharmacy, and saying hello to good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Offices on West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer. State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850, online at andywomack.com. Well, Bill, what a start to this game. We're tied at 7-7, and it has been play after play after play.
It really has, and you know, the kick return for a touchdown for Oakland. But you got to really tip your hat right here to Riverdale. What a drive. You know, going 80, 85 or 86 yards all the way down the field, converting a fourth down, had 5 first downs on the drive. Really impressive for the Warriors, that drive.
That first down was, you know, around the 30, 35 yard line?
Yeah, it was risky. But, you know, that's another thing Coach Kreisky's already, you know, he's told his guys they're coming here to win, and that's a statement made early on.
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update for you. And the Smyrna Stewart's Creek game, they've already completed 1 quarter, and there is no score in that game. The longer that game goes with no score, the better off for Stewart's Creek, I would think, in that one.
I would think so.
So we've got that update for you on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Thanks to Jeff Shipley over at Smyrna. Kick is going to be taken at the 25 for Oakland. It's Joel Wyatt, I believe, up to the 40-yard line. And Oakland Patriots have had some great field position, but this, with 4:28 to play in the first quarter, will be their first offensive snap of the game from the 40.
I would not have thought that coming in, Brian. I wouldn't have thought that.
So Riverdale defense here are going to get their first crack at Oakland. We're tied at 7 apiece. If you're just joining us, the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown by Oakland, and then an impressive 80-plus yard drive for Riverdale to get into the end zone to tie it at 7-7. Morton going to get the first call at QB. Has some time in the pocket. Now that time has run out. He's on the run and scampers to the corner, and they trip him up. It's going to depend where they think he went out of bounds over there on the far sideline. Looks around the 45. And for a busted play, that goes 6 yards. And that really was a busted play. Great coverage downfield.
It was, but you can just see the speed of Morton right there, and just exploded up and made something out of nothing.
Second down, 4 to go. And bouncing it outside, I believe, is Tutt. Going to carry it for the first down. He's going to be wrapped up in Riverdale territory at the 43-yard line for a 10-yard gain.
Well, it took about 5 Warriors to bring him down on that one, Brian.
I believe that was Dante Cameron, the ball carrier, and not Tutt. Fuqua made the tackle there. He's the leading tackler on the team, 71, 4 for loss, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 passes defended on the year for him. Morton gives to Bass in the backfield. Bass off to the races, 35-30, 25-20, and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. And we'll see, it's going to be at the 15. So a 28-yard run by Kamani Bass, who's now over 300 yards rushing on the season.
Fuqua. So many weapons for this Oakland team to go to.
Fuqua on the tackle once again. Now Dante Cameron back in. They alternate quarterbacks with the freshman Cam Morton and the junior Dante Cameron, who knows this Riverdale team very well, transferred from Riverdale. Coming out here near side is Valon Henderson. He's going to be the lone receiver between the hashes and the numbers.
They had a little chain problem. They just got them fixed, I believe.
There's also a flag across the way, and it was declined, so I'm not exactly sure what that was. It's 1st and 10 for Oakland. They have it at the 15-yard line. From the right hash, Cameron going to take it, run it. Right side, now bounces, comes here to the near side, finds a crease, but is going to only get about a yard or two out of that before being taken down. Looks like just a yard on the quarterback keeper. Nothing to the right. Forced him out to the left side.
Good job for Riverdale's defense on that play, Brian. Strung off the right side, made him come back all the way left, and they still had containment on that side to bring him down.
Thompson with the tackle. Smyrna in the Mayor's Cup draws first blood in the second quarter. Took just 3 seconds with a field goal. It's 3-0 Bulldogs in that one. Here's the pitch back. And running to the 10-yard line. Once I see who gets up off the bottom of that pile, it is Craig Tutt. Tutt with the rush of 4 yards to bring up a 3rd down and 5 on this play.
Hollins
on the tackle for Riverdale. 3rd down, and Oakland sending Will Millsap as one of the receivers to the right. Tutt is going to go out there as well. Another here near side for Cameron, who looks to pass, and it's going to be completed. And it's Joel Wyatt into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyatt, his 6th TD of the season. Boy, saw him at the last second, completed it, and Joel finished it off.
Boy, really good job there by Wyatt, bouncing off a tackle, and then after he bounced off, he had a clear path to the end zone.
Touchdown for the Oakland Patriots. You're going to hear a lot about Toots tonight, it sounds like. Wednesday is all about the chicken fingers at Toots. Lunch and dinner specials. Block kicked. Or kick blocked. I said it backwards, didn't I? And the extra point being blocked makes it 13-7. Oakland on top. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
This is Craig Buckner with
Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
You or your loved one are on a complex medication regimen. We can pack that into a multi-dose planner that's labeled correctly, that simplifies your life.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services that are customized to meet their needs.
Your medications dispensed in a 30-day multi-dose planner, labeled correctly with each individual medication on each packet.
Mills Family Pharmacy, next to Toots on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big GTV. Brought to you in part by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, and Ayers Funeral Home, along with Middle Tennessee Christian School. And our Big GTV coverage tonight brought to you courtesy of Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the only multi-specialty, physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County. Serving the community with primary and specialty care, MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. Well, this first quarter is not over yet, and it's already 13-7. Sometimes, Bill, in a game like this, you know, an extra point blocked, anything can really come back to haunt you, or I don't know. Oakland may go for two in a big play later on. You just never know.
Yeah, it changes the flow of the game. You know, if you make that extra point right there, you move on. It's now 13-7 on the miss, and that, you know, you never know. That changes the complexity of the game. Like you said, they may have to go for two later on.
Well, we know that in the year 2023, when Riverdale won here, they had to go for two to get the 25-24 win instead of kicking and going into overtime. So,
and
never know.
That may play into it again tonight.
It has been a very exciting, fast-paced first quarter here.
One thing you can say early on, Brian, both teams look playoff ready. You know, whatever happens tonight, both these teams, they look like they're ready for the playoffs starting next week.
We are going to send we're going to send four really good teams to the playoffs here in 6A for sure. Here's the Hernandez kick. Going to be taken inside the 5, 10, 15, and to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Warriors will start things off here.
Good special teams tackle right there for the Patriots. Little better position this time for the Warriors, not inside their own 15-yard line. Got out to the 20 this time.
1st and 10 here for Riverdale in this 60th battle of the Borough. Riverdale's last win was right here on this field. First and 10 for Gavin Hampton now. He's got a couple of receivers to either side to choose from here. Vaughn in the backfield, going to be the safety valve. He gets the pass to him and crushed. Back there was Cullen Williams. And Cullen also had Kyrie Gaynor back there too, I think. So between the two, making the tackle for a loss of a couple.
Oakland was ready for that drop off to the back that time. Coach Watson's made a little defensive change right there. They weren't going to be fooled by Vaughn this series.
They also had every receiver downfield covered. Second down and behind the chain here for Hampton. Going to zip it downfield and completed to Reynolds. Reynolds wrapped up shy of the 35-yard line for a 16-yard pass and catch. And Kyrie Gaynor kept him from getting any of those yak yards after.
What impressive start, Brian, for Gavin Hampton. 8 of 8 for 80 yards and a touchdown so far in the first quarter.
He has passed for over 2,000. Well, now over 2,100 if you count tonight, too. He's got trips to the far side, 2 inside the hashes. Now Vaughn is going to line up on the right hip. Vaughn takes it to the left side, trying to turn it upfield, and he's going to be pushed back by Craig Tutt. And pushed out of bounds. Tutt was pushed out of bounds, and a flag is thrown Or I saw Tut's body flying over there on the Riverdale sideline, so this could be interesting.
One thing they try to clean up in these rivalry games, Brian, is excessive contact and anything unnecessary.
It's a personal foul against Riverdale. Well, you can't have many of those. You shouldn't have any of those, but I know that's part of the game and all, but those are penalties which will haunt you.
There's a point where you can play too aggressive. That looked like it was to that point right there. Now you're setting yourself up because the down counts. Now it's 2nd and 25.
Second down and 24 yards to go. Last few seconds here of the quarter, and now there are flags everywhere. And in fact, the ball was snapped to Hampton, and he just stood there. So a pre-snap penalty, and it's going to back Riverdale up even further. The ball didn't even snap, wasn't even snapped, but Hampton was just there. Second down and long.
Riverdale might just let this clock run out for the quarter.
That appears to be what they're going to do. Clock at 8 at 7, and they're just looking around. So we're going to go to the second quarter with your score. Oakland 13, Riverdale 7. 1 quarter of the Battle of the Boroughs, 60th edition in the books on State Farm Prep Sports.
When it comes to building your dream home in Rutherford County, America's Home Place has the winning game plan. Step into the Mount Juliet showroom and call your own plays. Pick the house plan, flooring, cabinets, countertops, and more, all under one roof. Build it your way on your land with a builder you can trust. Visit 4157 North Mount Juliet Road or call 615-784-0030. America's Home Place, helping Rutherford County families score big with custom homes.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
I've always been a big fan of auctions. Get instant sale, no contingencies.
That means the sale of your property won't depend on an inspection, financing, or appraisals.
I've known the guys over there my entire life.
Call Parks Auction and Realty or visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Parks Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our coverage here brought to you in part by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, the Rutherford Opioid Board, and State Farm. Some updates on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Have not heard anything out of Blackman Rockvale. I'm going to work to get an update on that one. Of course, 13-7 here, Oakland on top. It's 13-0 Siegel over Laverne, second quarter. And Smyrna leads 10-0 over Stewart's Creek. Thought I had that score updated for you on the scoreboard, but we'll work on that. We've swapped sides of the field, so Riverdale moving right to left as we see it here now. And Hampton back to pass is in a world of trouble, and he's going to be brought down at the 1. Almost a safety.
Boy, he was inches from a safety. He kept going backwards, and he almost got in there.
Well, he tried to go down to the turf, but just the sheer will of Oakland pushed him back and pushed him back.
Danger time right here for Riverdale. Got to be smart. Don't turn the ball over. 3rd and 39, deep inside your own territory.
You'd like to get just something to get out of the shadow of your end zone. And it's going to be a run play by Vaughn to the 5. So they got about 3.5, 4 yards there. You think Oakland brings some pressure here on this punt?
I would say they do. I think they're going to bring a lot of pressure right here. You got a dangerous returner in Tut back here waiting on the punt.
And he's standing at the 40. Sanders with the sack a few plays ago. The punt from the back of the end zone. High. Going to be returnable for Tut from the 45. Little shake and bake move and then out of bounds. They're going to have it at the plus 43-yard line.
All in all, though, Brian, not a bad deal for Riverdale right there. Got it out of the end zone, almost to midfield. Going to make Oakland at least earn it a little bit right here.
10 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the second quarter. Oakland is up 13-7. We're going to take a break on State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
WGNS and Big G TV, your front row seat to Rutherford County prep sports.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom designed jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
At State Farm, when home and auto work together as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. And I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-459-2683.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Oakland Patriots have it and give to Tut after the timeout. Tut bounces outside. There's a flag, 35 to the 30, stiff arm, 25-20, and going to be down inside the John Day legal red zone, but I have a feeling this may be a hold and come back. And it is coming back. Jones finally brought down Tut, but not before the hold. And that's two, I think, two penalties.
Two penalties for 15 yards so far. Boy, Tut's explosive, though, when he gets the ball. I know there's a hold right there, but, man, he's just dynamic when he has open space.
The moves he's able to make in open field and just to make people miss, it's something pretty special to see. First down and looks like about 14. So
the hold must have been up the field a little bit.
By about a yard. We're still at the plus 47 here. Pass is broken up. I think Tut actually tipped it despite being intended for Millsap. Maybe a little miscommunication there.
I think Cameron was upset with somebody on that play. As soon as he threw the ball, he was kind of talking to his receivers.
So 2nd and 14. 9 minutes, 44 seconds to play here in the 60th iteration of the Battle of the Borough. Oakland leading 13-7. An Oakland victory pretty much ensures, well, it does ensure a region championship for them. Even with a loss, they could still be region champs in 3 of the 5 scenarios, I think. And in trouble is Morton. He's just going to tuck it and run. 45-40, 35-30, first down, 25, and hammered as he's knocked out of bounds around the 22. It's going to be a very long run of 25. Jones pushed him out of bounds. They're going to spot the ball at the 22-yard line, so just shy of the John Day legal red zone, but it is a First Bank first down. Cheering on student athletes with every new set of downs, that's First Bank. Out here near side is Giovanni Malone. He is going to be the lone receiver, a couple of slot backs. And the play up the middle to the 20. So just a couple of yards. See who gets off the bottom of the pile. I believe that was Bass, the ball carrier there. Yeah. And a second down and 8 to go. Ilara for the tackle there. He's got 42 on the year, 5 for loss with a sack. Forced a fumble, 1 for a touchdown. On second down, coming from the left side. On the run is Tutt. Emmons brought him down at the 17-yard line, so about a 4-yard pickup there to bring up third down. 3rd and 4 from the 16. That's where they have it, at the Riverdale 16-yard line. With third down as Dante Cameron comes in. Gives you another run option there as well. Justice Haggard comes out on this play. And you're going to have Tutt and Cameron in the backfield together. Joel Wyatt wide out here to the right side. Cameron going to keep, and met by a wall of Warriors.
Well, big time stop right there for the Riverdale defense. Setting up a 4th down right here. It looks like Oakland's going to go for it.
Do they bring out Jose Hernandez? It doesn't look like it. Don't see 95 trotting out there. Oakland making several substitutions here.
And it's a 4th and 5 right here, so it's kind of a medium 4th down right here.
We're not talking about a tush push or anything here for sure. Little different look for Oakland. It's a pitch back and it's a pass option, but it's going to be a run here for a first down for Malone, I believe it was, who came out from his wideout spot on the left side. There is a penalty marker, however. Oakland kind of had an offset look there to their formation. Holding against Oakland. That's a costly penalty.
Now see if they bring on out the field goal kicker right here.
There is Hernandez. Hernandez, his long is 36. So this is going to be a 45-yard attempt. And now looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back to see what Oakland does when we come right back.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
It's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, let me tell you how they can show up for you. Whether I need help navigating a financial decision or just a question, I know I can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's right here in our community. In a world that's becoming more impersonal every day, it's good to know that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is always there with real people who care.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Coverage of State Farm Prep Sports from WGNS and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, along with Franklin's Printworks, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, America's Thrift Store, and the law offices of John Day. Some scores. Blackman now up 14-0. 10:24 to play in the second quarter. They lead Rockvale 14-0. We'll talk a little bit during our halftime about what some of this means. So this is a 45-yard field goal attempt for Jose Hernandez. It would be his longest attempt of the season. The kick is up. Does it have the distance is the question, and it does not. It does not. The kick is no good. And the Riverdale defense holds Oakland to no score here on this possession.
Oh, the penalty right there, Brian, on that fourth down play hurts you right there. Took you just out of field goal range and put a good foot on it, but just missed it a little bit right there.
Oakland rolled the dice, tried to go for it on fourth down. The holding penalty on 4th and 5 makes it much longer, and there you have the situation. So Riverdale back out on offense. 6 minutes and 52 seconds to play. It's 13-7. Oakland on top. Riverdale scored on their opening possession. Oakland scored on the opening kickoff. Here's Hampton. Going to pass to the right side. In the backfield, it was Vaughn. And Vaughn picks up 11 yards. And Vaughn out of the backfield has been very effective for Riverdale tonight.
They found something on film right there. They've gone to that. When nothing else is open down the field, they're able to find Vaughn getting a little space.
Gaynor made the tackle. And it's a First Bank first down for the Warriors. Back to pass, comes near side to Tritch. Tritch breaks a tackle, 40, 45, and to the midfield stripe. Going to be just shy of it or right at it. And the freshman picks up 19 yards, a lot of those after the catch.
Just an impressive freshman. Just a really impressive freshman.
Jackson finally pulled him down by his shoestrings there.
7th Warrior first down of the first half.
Travion Jackson with 57 tackles. He and Cullen Williams coming into the game with the highest tackles on the team. Jackson with 16.5 for loss. 3 wide right, 1 near side for Hampton as he's back to pass at the 40. Now looks to his second receiver, and that's Riley Talley, who's going to be at the plus 46 now. So picks up 4 yards. Talley, a 5'10", 177-pound senior. Wade on the takedown.
One thing, Brian, that's pretty noticeable right now is Gavin Hampton's in a pretty good zone right now. He's 11 of 11 to start the game, 114 yards and a touchdown, and hasn't really been rattled too much other than a couple of sacks.
Pitch back. Vaughn taking the right side. 40. Still on his feet. 35. And finally taken down inside the 35-yard line, and a nice run on the pitch out to Jacob Vaughn of 14 yards. Going to get it down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's good for Riverdale. Gets the clock moving the football. About to get into scoring territory.
Joel Wyatt with the tackle. Wyatt defensively, 39 tackles, 3.5 for loss, a sack, an interception, 4 pass breakups, and a recovered fumble for a touchdown, 2 forced fumbles. Very important defensively. They fake the pitch, and Hampton is hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. In fact, there was not a Riverdale Warrior in sight. That might have just been a throwaway.
That was the first time really good pressure for Coach Watson's defense right there. That's the first incompletion of the night.
Brings up a second down. McGee with the pressure on quarterback Hampton. Trips here near side, 2 inside the hashes, 1 at the numbers here for Riverdale. And it's going to be Vaughn on the draw. And Vaughn over the 25 to the 24-yard line. Picks up 8. You know, for a team that primarily passes the ball, Riverdale's done a really good job tonight of mixing up the play calls.
They really have, and you can tell that Riverdale's was challenging their offensive line for this game, and they've really stepped up to the challenge so far.
3rd and about 2 for Riverdale at the Oakland 29-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play, about 3:45 now. 3 receivers here to the bottom, but looks to the top right side, going to the corner of the end zone, flag thrown as Corden Reynolds tried to make that grab, and it's almost probably always going to be against the defense there. Haggard on the coverage. But this is going to give Riverdale a first down, I would say. And they're going to mark it off against the Patriots. There's 10, there's 15, and they're in the John Day legal red zone now at the 12-yard line. The law offices of John Day fights for injury victims across Tennessee. No fee unless they win the case. Well, Oakland has had some very costly penalties, that being one right there. It's 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Oakland 12. A touchdown would tie, and an extra point would give Riverdale the lead here. Pass to the freshman Tritch, left side to the 10, and ridden out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Going to be about the 7 or 8. Wyatt on the tackle there.
Well, Tritch is a really tough kid. Got slammed pretty hard out of bounds right there, Brian, by Oakland. And got right back up, is in the huddle.
I said the 7 or 8. It's actually, well, that looks like the 6-yard line. Scoreboard says 8, though. Vaughn on the left hip. Back to pass is Hampton, and finds easily wide open Reynolds for a 6-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale has tied this ball game up.
Boy, really great pass right there from Hampton to Reynolds. Right on time, wide open for the touchdown.
It's 13-13, and now this extra point could give Riverdale the lead here in this first half. After the Toots touchdown, here's Weaver for point, and it is good. And the Warriors have taken a 14-13 lead in this Battle of the Borough nail-biter so far. 2:51 to play in the half on State Farm Prep Sports. Hampton.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for your guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Lessons, we got that. Drums and every other instrument with strings or keys. Music World and Drummers Den, the one-stop shop where you have everything that you might need. Ukuleles, violins, things that they're not expecting to find just everywhere they go. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course. Music World and Drummers Den.
I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Our State Farm Prep Sports coverage brought to you in part by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. You call, we haul. Listen every pregame and postgame show for the SRM Concrete Solid Performer. Right now, it is Riverdale up 14-13, kicking off to Oakland. And here is the kick. Taken at the 14-yard line by Joel Wyatt. Wyatt breaks one tackle, now tries to push his way forward, and in the scrum is going to get to about the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a win right there for Riverdale, Brian. They tackled him on the kickoff.
Isn't that the truth? New score out of Siegel Laverne. Stars up 20-0 now in that game. Got 4 big games tonight.
We've got an injured Patriot on the play.
Looks like it's Wyatt that's down there. But he pops back up pretty quick. So he'll have to come out for this play.
Big drive here for Oakland, Brian. Right here for the half. 2:42. Got 2 of your timeouts left, and try to go reestablish some of this dominance they had early on.
72 yards to go for Oakland, down by 1. The difference, a missed extra point or a blocked extra point. And there is a flag on the play. And this is going to be against Oakland. False start.
That's another story of the first half, Brian. Some penalties that have really hurt them.
And those have been mainly here in the second quarter, haven't they? A lot of them.
They have.
So behind the chain are the Patriots, back to the 23-yard line now.
Looks like Cameron's in at quarterback.
They swap between Cameron and, of course, Cam Morton. That Smyrna-Stewart's Creek game is at the half, 10-0. Smyrna on top. A little quick update for you. They fake the handoff. Cameron, now he's going to pull it down and run. Finds 25 to the 30 and spun down around the 35-yard line. Pass option run there, and he takes it for 12 on the run.
That's Cameron's game. I got to see him as a freshman, and he's really grown up. That's his game right there. Let the defense kind of get by him and open up a lane. He's really hard in the open field to tackle.
Second down and 3 after Laura made the tackle. And here's Tutt running to the far side, and he is going to be met and dropped at the 35 for no gain.
Well, the Riverdale defense and their sidelines fired up on that hit right here, setting up a big third down right here for the Patriots.
Number 28. Been getting in on a lot of tackles here lately for Riverdale. And 42 coming in on this game. Mr. Gael Lara. On third down, it's a run, and Cam Morton going to be stopped. It's actually Cameron, but Underwood shot in there, brought him down. And on fourth down, Oakland going to be forced to punt it away here, it looks like.
Boy, really good job right there for the Riverdale defense getting off the field. We're under a minute right here. Been a really good first half.
See what Oakland does here on 4th and 3 with just 37 seconds. They are going to punt it away. That is Matthew Moore, the senior. And boy, what a great roll. Going to roll inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. He was averaging 36 yards on punts this season. Has not had to punt a ton. And that one is going to be dropped inside the 20 and 24.8 seconds on the clock.
I would suspect Coach Kreisky would try to get this thing to the locker room, but you never know.
Defense, get tough, get tough. Defense, get tough. Defense, get tough, get tough. Defense, get tough. Defense, get tough, get tough.
24.8.
Defense, get tough, get tough. Defense, get tough.
And Hampton going to send 2 wide to either side, but going to keep it safe on the ground with Vaughn, who gets it to the 21-yard line, and that's probably your last play of this first half. And that is going to be the case. Well, for the first time this season, the Oakland Patriots find themselves down at halftime by a score of 14-13. Riverdale has scored as many points as the entire rest of the region opponents have scored on them this year. 14-13, your score here at halftime, with Riverdale up by 1. A missed or a blocked extra point is the difference in this one at the moment. Coming up next, it's your Ideas Tees intermission right here on WGNS and Big G TV as you listen or watch State Farm Prep Sports.
When we started our flagship restaurant on Broad Street, who would have known we'd have grown and touched each 4 corners of Rutherford County? Now we have locations in South Murfreesboro, Smyrna, West Murfreesboro, and the original on 860 Northwest Broad Street.
Swing by one of our 4 locations after a game for some good food and fun.
Thank you, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Rutherford County.
Thank you to our patrons and customers.
Thank you.
Good food and fun.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. This is Andy Jakes with Wilson Bank and Trust. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward.
Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there.
Whether you're a growing business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too.
Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure that your goals are top of mind. While you can't control market volatility, we'll help focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways. Start by giving me a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
With over 80 years of service under our belt at Roscoe Brown, we can help ensure your home's HVAC unit keeps you warm and that your pipes don't burst. Through preventative checkups and repairs, we provide our customers with a worry-free winter. I guess you could say we've weathered a few winter wonderlands over the years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Roscoe Brown.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com. Time now for the Ideas Tees intermission. With a break in the action, we'll bring you stats, scores, and highlights from tonight's game. Brought to you by Ideas Tees, your home for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Visit 111 East MTCS Road, right across from the school, and check out Raider Tees 2 for officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Now time to break down the action so far with the Primetime Sports Team.
We welcome you back here to Oakland High School and Ray Hughes Stadium. It's 14-13, your halftime score, and time to look at some scores on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We'll look local here in just a second, but we have to, Bill, really kind of take a very close look at East Tennessee now, because they are kind of the way the playoffs are working this year. They're doing it in pods. And so regions 1 through 4 play each other. So you still have your first round region games with, for Region 3, us will play Region 4, but then in the second round you could play a 1 or 2 region team. So
it's interesting. I like it. I like it. It's a little different playing new opponents.
Does mean some second round travel if you win the first round, though. That's for sure.
And I think it's exciting for the kids too. And I think that's one thing Sablé really did this year. They wanted to get some excitement back for those kids in the early rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah. So of some of those East Tennessee games, Bradley Central is up big on Bearden, which they should be. It's 30-6. The one score between unbeaten Oak Ridge and Maryville leads 34-0. So that means they're going to be the 1, and Oak Ridge will be the 2. Bradley Central will be the 3, and it's just Farragut and Hardin Valley for those last 2. And they must be playing tomorrow night because I don't see their score on the scoreboard this evening. So that part, we won't know the 4 from there. And that's kind of as far as I've looked since those games are really a little further along. We do know that Green Hill's going to be the region winner out of 4, but it could be Cookeville, Lebanon, or Gallatin in some form or fashion.
And we've seen that Lebanon team. They're, solid team. I know that Seagulls played Cookeville this year, so we got some good opponents we're going to face in the first round. But honestly, Brian, I really feel like all 4 of our teams, whoever it is, could advance.
Just to look at our region right now, Smyrna's up 10-0. If they win and Oakland wins and Blackman wins and they're up, well, Smyrna's going to get in, and it's Oakland, Blackman, Riverdale. Same if Blackman wins and Riverdale, even though Riverdale wins, but a Smyrna win and a Laverne win together. Laverne's trailing pretty big there. So then that takes you to a Blackman win and a Riverdale win and a Siegel win gets Rockvale in the playoffs. So Rockvale still has some opportunities, and they could get in even in a loss.
Yeah, and it's a scenario we probably didn't really think much about,
right?
But it very well could happen.
Rockvale and Riverdale wins. Riverdale could finish number 1. Right now, Rockvale's trailing, even though Riverdale's winning. So that's the only scenario that keeps Oakland from winning another region championship and would give Riverdale the region championship. But these 2 teams, it's really big. Riverdale cannot finish second. They're either region champs or they finish 3rd.
And that's interesting. You don't normally see that.
Yeah.
You normally, first or second, and but they're either going to be first or 3rd. We do know that they're not going to be 2nd or 4th.
And just got an update on that Blackman-Rockvale game. It is 28-7. Blackman up in that one. So Blackman's kind of flexing a little muscle in that game.
You knew Blackman was going to come back after the scare they had against Siegel last week, which, great job for the Stars and great game. But you knew Blackman was going to try to get back to Blackman football tonight.
Well, as y'all finish the stats, I'm going to take a look here at your scoring. And this is brought to you by our friends at Craig's Tax Service. And it actually got going really quick, like the opening kickoff here on our replays. Going to be fielded at the 5 for Oakland. It's Giovanni Malone, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh! He is going to take it all the way to the house. Giovanni Malone on the opening kickoff. 96 yards.
What a start to the Battle of the Borough.
I put Oakland up 7-0, and then it was Riverdale taking a lot of time off the clock, marching downfield about over 80 yards, and they finish it off with this Hampton to Tritch combination. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the left, going toward the corner of the end zone to Tritch. He goes up in the air, and he is pulling in the touchdown. Tritch with his 7th touchdown of the season, and that is a strike of 15 yards. Nice answer by the Warriors.
What a drive by Riverdale.
What a drive indeed by the Warriors, and the extra point tied us up. Then we go to about 2 minutes or so later in the contest. still in the first quarter. And this is Oakland going to the air with Cameron. Another here near side for Cameron, who looks to pass, and it's going to be completed. And it's Joel Wyatt into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyatt, his 6th TD of the season. Boy, saw him at the last second, completed it, and Joel finished it off.
Boy, really good job there by Wyatt, bouncing off a tackle, and then after he bounced off, he had a clear path to the end zone.
And the extra point was no good, and as it was blocked, so that made it 13-7. That's a big difference in this game right now, because all second quarter scoreless until the 2:51 mark, and that's when Riverdale driving. Hampton finds Reynolds for the tying TD. Back to pass is Hampton, and finds easily wide open Reynolds for a 6-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale has tied this ball game up.
Boy, really great pass right there from Hampton to Reynolds. Right on time, wide open for the touchdown.
The extra point was good, and that gave Riverdale the lead, 14-13. And that's your Craig's Tax Service first half recap for you. 13 points scored by Oakland in the first quarter, but scoreless in the second. Riverdale added a touchdown in each quarter to lead it here 14-7, or 14-13 rather. And Craig's Tax Service, they specialize in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services at Craig's Tax Service. And they wish everybody a great second half in the games that are going on all around Rutherford County. A break on the Ideas Tees intermission, and when we return, we'll have your stats here in the first half and a little more conversation about this first half between Oakland and Riverdale in the 60th edition of the Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. My team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. We've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
We're talking with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue, carrying on the Lanning family tradition.
I'm passionate about it, and I have a lot of my dad in me, so I know that I have the same energy and mindset that he does.
It's the best barbecue you'll eat, the smoked chicken out of this world, and those loaded baked potatoes.
That's the biggest potato you can get. They're right at 2 pounds. People ask us that all the time. They're like, where do y'all get those potatoes from?
A quick meal feeding the whole family or catering, they can do it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
America's Thrift Stores is now open at the corner of Middle Tennessee and MLK Jr. Boulevard. Whether you're thrifting for a one-of-a-kind statement piece, name brand jeans, or just browsing for the thrill of the find, America's Thrift offers unbeatable value with prices up to 70% off retail. Don't miss the deals, don't miss the fun. Come celebrate the grand opening of America's Thrift Stores in Murfreesboro. Visit americasthrift.com/Murfreesboro for all the details.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency?
I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Glad you're along with us here on the Ideas Tees intermission. Thanks to America's Thrift Store. They're now open at the corner of Middle Tennessee and MLK Jr. Boulevard. Whether it's thrifting, one-of-a-kind statement pieces, name brand jeans, or just browsing for the thrill of the find, America's Thrift offers unbeatable value, up to 70% off retail. Rod Edwards likes to save money, don't you? Let's talk some defense. We've seen some really hard hitting in this game, some really good defense on both sides of the ball.